Hey people, it's Nice Toki. Now I want to do another Black Heroes video, and this guy I found from Instagram post. I've seen him several times featured, but this is the first time it's stuck in my mind and I remember to do it, so here he goes. Wrongly convicted Isaac Wright Jr. returns to the same courtroom as an attorney. The Newark, New Jersey law firm of Hunt, Hamlin, and Ridley has tapped the legal services of Isaac Wright Jr., once wrongfully accused and convicted of being the mastermind behind one of the largest drug distribution networks in the New York, New Jersey areas, to act as co-counsel in the defense of Isaiah Bell. Wright's remarkable journey to gain his freedom and his legal talents are slated to be depicted in a TV series based upon his life and produced by 50 Cent. Today, they are slated to be on display in defense of Bell, the brother of an NFL player with the Detroit Lions, who is accused of first-degree murder in the stabbing death of James Cargbo. As co-counsel, Wright's representation of Bell will be backed by unique experiences no other attorney can lay claim to. An experience that began in the very same county and courthouse Wright will be representing Bell. In 1991, Wright was tried in the Somerset County courtroom and convicted under New Jersey's drug kingpin law. Wright represented himself at trial. When serving a life sentence in prison, he continued to study the law and oversee his own appeal. Over the next several years, Wright also worked as a prison paralegal and won the freedom and reduced sentences of over 20 inmates, many serving life sentences. Some of his legal arguments made new law that lawyers now argue and courts follow. Wow, he really went above and beyond. Attorney Gilbert G. Miller, then Assistant Somerset County Prosecutor, appointed to oppose Wright's appeals and other court action, said it best, "I found Mr. Wright to be highly intelligent and a better brief writer than most attorneys I've encountered. I was most impressed with Mr. Wright's ability as a legal strategist. Mr. Wright developed a legal strategy and offered a defense pro se brief in an attack on the kingpin jury instruction in State v. Alexander 136 NJ 563, 1994. Mr. Wright's argument prevailed in Alexander. Mr. Wright used his success in Alexander to have his own drug kingpin conviction reversed. After Wright's kingpin conviction was vacated, several other convictions remained that carried sentences totaling over 70 years and kept him imprisoned. To overcome this obstacle, Wright succeeded in doing what the most experienced attorney would never even attempt. He extracted a confession from a veteran police officer during a 1996 evidentiary hearing. Wright cross-examined Detective James Dugan, convincing Dugan to break the code of silence and confess to police misconduct in his case. Dugan's confession opened revelations of wide and systemic misconduct and cover-ups in Wright's case, pointing a finger specifically at Somerset County's head prosecutor, Nicholas L. Bissell Jr. Bissell was fingered as being the orchestrator of the misconduct, directing police officers to falsify their police reports, while he personally dictated the false testimony of witnesses and made secret deals with defense attorneys to have their clients provide false testimony to jurors that Wright was their drug boss and they had also pled guilty and were also facing prison time. Truth is, those stories were fabricated and none of the people who testified faced even a day in jail. Dugan pled guilty to official misconduct in order to escape prison, and Judge Michael Imbriani, who oversaw the trial, was removed from the bench and was sent to prison on theft charges. Bissell, after learning of Dugan's confession on TV news, took flight with federal authorities in pursuit. As police were kicking the door of his Las Vegas hotel room, Bissell shot himself in the head, committing suicide. Man, if only they got him and threw him in jail where he belonged. Oh well. Wright's charges were dismissed after spending over 7 years in prison. He then spent another 7 years pursuing his law degree and got his undergraduate degree in 2002. He began law school in 2004 and graduated from St. Thomas University School of Law in 2007. The law school renamed its cafeteria in his name. Wright then passed the New Jersey bar in 2008. But spent the next 9 years being investigated by the New Jersey Bar's Committee on Character before being granted admission to the bar by the New Jersey Supreme Court on September 27, 2017, where he was officially sworn in as a licensed attorney. Which, this is just ridiculous. Like, he overturned all his convictions, and now he has to spend 9 years just to prove his innocence to be on the bar, to be admitted to the bar. Now, normally you'd think, hey, having no convictions on his rap sheet should be enough to prove it. But no, they had to make it extra difficult. So don't ever forget the unfairness and how they play these things. Let's just keep moving. I went to law school for one reason only, said Wright, to slay giants for a price. And if the giant is big enough and the cause is important enough, I'll do it for free. especially when it involves helping those who cannot help themselves. Wright is scheduled to be in court for the first time in the Bell case on December 1st, 2017. He is currently of counsel with the law firm Hunt, Hamlin, and Ridley located in Newark, New Jersey. I hope he sets up his own law firm, man. He's good enough to do it and pass on. Anyway, this guy is a hero. What do you call it? He's an example to all those people who feel that they can't achieve something. He's like the continuation of Malcolm X, who went to jail and became a leader amongst the men. And he took their system and threw it back at them, and now he became a lawyer within the system. Hopefully, who knows? Let's pray that this guy can end up on the Supreme Court. I mean, he deserves it. Anyway, thank you. Please comment, rate, share, and subscribe. I'll leave some of the sources in the description so you can read it. Peace, family.